I'm just gonna start. We're just gonna start streaming and see if it works.
All right.
Hey everybody, we're back.
Hey everyone, it's me.
Hey, I don't hear myself.
Haha! Maybe there's feedback. Is anyone in there to tell us?
Nope. I'm gonna try to.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna try to. Let's see. Get the link.
I'm right on time. Hey, I enjoyed being able to use
that was
these
so
little
bizarre. I bet
cards,
something
man.
happened. I bet
it glitched out on us.
I think
OBS
it's because we started the
bullshit.
virtual camera, so you could see me on our chat.
Yeah,
and I think when I stopped it,
like,
I don't think it actually stopped it.
Oh.
I think it's probably what ended up happening.
I think you're right.
That
would be my best.
Copy.
Doing my best, y'all.
And then
Doing my best.
To my videos. Does the chat?
Well, that was
fun.
Does
the chat end when we end the live stream?
I don't know. You can add a comment.
Well, let's do that.
I'm not sure if there's like a processing thing. I don't know. Do you want this? I can probably try to get it on my other computer. Yeah. Okay. Hold up.
Well, I just commented on the last one, so we should be good.
Okay, great. Well, then hopefully people will come to this one. We'll see.
One can only hope.
Can we tweet it or something?
We could. Where's the shoot?
I suppose. I don't have the link. Otherwise, I could do it. I don't know. So we're live right now. Are we on the internet?
We are on the internet.
What's going on, everybody?
And there's no feedback loop, and the audio is better here in our chat, the Gmail chat.
Great, that's doing my best. What can I say? I'll throw that onto the thingy. Hold up.
Just because.
Copy.
I want to.
We put it on the tweeters.
Why can't I go to it?
I don't know.
Hey, okay, Russ. Okay, Russ is here. Thanks, Russ, for sticking with us. That was weird. Something went.
What a weird thing. That never happens.
And Nick is here. But I think I figured it out that I did something different, and then I turned it off. But I don't think OBS turned all of it off, and that's why we were getting the weird feedback loop. So I had to restart and start again.
Yeah.
But we're here on the interwebs now. We're doing our best. We have all of our
tweet it, baby.
We have all of our.
All right.
Ben has all of his nice little cameos.
Let's tweet it. I mean, we could go through the rest of these
how many
cards.
Are there?
Doing my best here. There's like 100. There's like so many. And it's a little like title placard that I put on my desk at work. But it's really fun. But
it's great.
Well, all right. Let's get this show on the road, as they say.
Yeah, after we figured this out, after we figured all this out. So what's been new with PeakD&D? Let's see. So we have another sketch out.
Yeah, we did another collab with Luke Hart of the DM Lair.
That was fun.
I had one for this. This was for Luke. I'm going to show you my Luke title card.
Ooh, I like
that. This is fun.
Like
Hold on. Wait for it.
I'm waiting. Bated breath.
This was for Luke.
Ask me about my cats. Yeah, that's a shout out to you, Luke.
Luke needs this title card.
Yes, he does.
So we did a sketch with Luke. This was the Murder Hobos sketch.
Murder Hobos, yeah.
It was pretty exciting. For those of you who don't know what a murder hobo is, it's sort of like a player or a player character that basically just solves everything with violence and just goes through the game as a hack and slash. And every encounter, social interaction,
you just roll initiative and figure it out that way.
Just ends up in violence. Just like, I kill him. I don't know. I kill him. Okay, I attack.
He's not going to sell me that health potion. All right, well, I'm just going to attack and kill him. So yeah. So we were a group of players that basically just raided this hamlet, this nice little hamlet of people, and just burnt it to the ground because we didn't get our way. And no, it turned out really good. I always thought that was a really cool idea of like having a reporter down on the scene after the players like roll through a town.
Yeah. So that was the second half, right?
That was our half.
So it was like sort of the table half of the game, like Luke, the DM, getting mad at his players for being murder hobos, and us trying to justify our actions. And then the second one was like
the aftermath,
an on the news reporter, like saying this place was just torn apart. They killed everything and they left.
And the city burns.
And the city burns. If you've been watching our channel for any length of time and you haven't checked out Frisky Dingo, let me tell you, it's on HBO Max, and you should watch it. Just binge the whole thing. It was
you will connect with us on such a different level, man.
You will understand so much more about us. Yeah, but it's a show that was it was made by the same team that made Archer.
So if you like Archer, you will more than likely like this show.
Yeah, it's like a prototype show for Archer. It's about
waters.
Yeah, it's so funny. It just like it ends after the second season is just sort of like it's a cliffhanger. They introduce a storyline and it never got renewed for a third season. So back in the days of like they would just cancel shows all Willie Nelson. It would be crazy.
All Willie Nelson.
Yeah, it's just wild.
So yeah, we got to play murder hobos and kill a bunch of people and burn down a village with Luke. That was great. Yeah. But we are moving right along in gameplay too.
Yeah. Gameplay has been coming out. It's getting up there. I think next episode will be 63. 64?
64. Right. And I think we decided there's going to be like 68 or 70.
60 somewhere.
Probably
either
68. I think is what we.
Yeah, think. I think we'll wrap it up in the next. Oh, there goes the light again. I have an automatic sensor in my office.
At least the sound works. That's all that matters.
Hey, that's all that matters. The lighting might be crap, but the sound works.
Yeah, so we got 4 more episodes that we are rolling to the end of this, and the next one is a good one. If you guys have been keeping up with it's pretty big. It's a big something fairly monumental happens to the party, and it's you don't want to miss it because
we don't want to. Yeah, so we're in scene. Those of you if you haven't followed, we're currently in the Fane of Shar.
Yep.
In Mithranor, and we are exploring deep into the caverns and in the temple, and we found a whole bunch of rooms. We had to find a bunch of keys.
And I think on the last episode we found the first. I think we found the first.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we were in the next room. Oh, so the next room, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we left on the cliffhanger of your father in the next room.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the end of that.
That's exactly where that one ends.
And your father's like, son, please come help me. And you're like, no. This is a trick here. This isn't real.
Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a great one.
That was a great
Loved it. Oh, man.
Me and Grognak are looking behind us just to make sure no one sneaks up on us. I thought that was... Gord thought he was super smart about that.
Yeah.
But
there was that was the one with the Hall of Portraits and stuff too? Is that with the
coming up? Yeah.
That hasn't happened yet?
I
thought that already happened.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I watched that.
Maybe
episode.
It did. The Hall of Portraits.
Pretty sure.
What was the Hall like the main room?
Yeah, with the one that was like super glued on.
Oh,
and it was
yes.
Like the 2 letters to the people, and they sort of turned like grayer and grayer as they progressed in time, and just sort of because of
that
like
was either 63, 62. That was like that main room with the portraits.
Yeah.
But we go into another like the next one. We go into another hallway that's also has a bunch of art and stuff that we have to deduce. Which leads leads to the
whole other thing.
Which leads to the incredible scene that we mapped out next time. So you guys don't want to miss it. It's a good one. It's a good one. Nick does such a good job.
Gut punch. It's a good, solid gut punch, and I appreciate it. So it's been a little crazy. In our gameplay world, we're actually like starting to, we're getting ready for the next one, which is weird.
Yeah.
We don't know entirely how this one wraps up because we still have to film the finale at this point.
Yeah, June was a hell of a month for us.
It was a hell of a year. Yeah.
We were like 8 episodes in front of everybody. Now we're only like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So we're catching up to the viewers just as much
we're catching up to live time because we sort of knew this would be a busy summer for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
We were like, let's be good in the spring. And so we were way ahead of the game. We were like I don't know, months ahead at one point, like several months.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, for those of you just joining us,
he says, "What a stopping point for that last episode!" And like, yeah, we're in a different stopping point, but for gameplay, it's been 6 weeks, and we left on a humongous cliffhanger to basically end end this story beat. So we've been sitting here for 6 weeks, not knowing what's going to happen ourselves,
trying to plan things out and get. Man, I think it's all coming to a close, but it might take a minute. I don't know. It could there, and it depends on how much of like an epilogue we do, or if we just are going to pick up with the next campaign.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it all shakes out, because we don't know yet. So, but once we know how it all shakes out, then we'll have like more of a it ends on this episode, and then I mean, Nick makes,
and then we'll plan the premiere of the next session 0. What does Nick say?
Nick says that we are all fools for giving him time to plan the boss fight and make them stronger. And
it's all
Nick has 8 weeks to plan this. We didn't go right back into it, so now he's gotten to edit and add and subtract and make it even more difficult for our heroes to deal with this situation that is at our footsteps at the door.
Yep. No spoilers. I have been looking forward to this, like getting back in the studio and playing.
Yes.
Which right now is scheduled for 2 days from now, which I think is very exciting.
We might actually get a finishing point. We might actually get some answers in a couple days of where this all goes.
Yeah, I gotta figure out some things this week, because we have a lot going on here at the theater right now.
Yeah.
At my work.
That you do.
And Monday is now a tech day, and I don't know exactly how that's going to shake out, but I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But I don't know the final schedule either, so we'll figure it out. There might be
we'll get it
I
done.
don't know that there's a better day. It might be a later start or something. I'm not really sure, but
or
maybe an earlier start,
or we'll just postpone one more week.
Just one more week. What's one more week gonna do? That's like one more episode. We're fine. I don't want to do that though, because I feel like we've been putting it off for so long, and sometimes we've been just putting it off for stupid crap that like comes up. We're like, I don't know. That's fine.
Everything just keeps coming up for us and stuff like that. But we've had a lot of fun the last month doing the sketches. We've done 3.
Yeah, that's been our focus, has been the collabs with Luke.
And we just filmed another one, which I really enjoyed filming that last one. The last one is
that was really cool. We got some. Yeah, I think it's pretty entertaining. It's always a little tough to get. One thing I've noticed is like getting those things up and like connected fast enough is a little tricky, because it's like we can post the link in the description, and then but like I know Luke, as soon as ours goes live, he puts it at the end screen of his,
right?
But it doesn't show up for the first hour or so. Like it's usually just a dummy link to like it's one of our other videos, which is nice, but it's not like
it doesn't quite
for the murder hobos for the first hour.
It could be because I was a little late I was sick last week, so I was a little late on the editing. So maybe it was because it wasn't live long enough or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's supposed to go like it's as soon as he posts the link, like, and ours was working. I mean, maybe he just didn't get to it for the first bit, maybe he had stuff going on.
Yeah.
But
it could be possible. He just had a placeholder.
But it was just one of those things. It was just sort of weird. I was like, oh, that's kind of a lame, because it's very much a part 2. Like it leads into the next one.
Which all of
even though they're sort of different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still connected. They're not like a total cliffhanger of like you have to watch the next one, but they stand alone, but they are connected, so it helps watching both.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we did. We've done. What's that, number 4 or 5 now that we've done with him? 4.
I think that's the 4th.
I think. Yeah.
The murder.
And even that has come quite a ways in the first 4 collabs. Like we did that high school one at first, and I was looking back at that, and I was like, oh man, we learned a lot from that one. For sure.
No, it's crazy looking back at some of those old ones and figuring out all of the different.
And that wasn't that long ago. It was like April.
It's true. Yeah, so that was our 4th.
I was like, what? That's crazy.
But yeah, so it was the murder hobo sketch. I guess that's a question. Have you ever gone through a murder hobo phase as a player? Were you ever a murder hobo?
Have I ever gone through? I probably was. I do tend to play martial classes.
And then
and
how do you solve
I do like wrecking face. Although I like being the face of the party as well as wrecking face.
This is also
so
true.
I do like sort of both. I like having my cake and eating it too. I like to just wantonly sow destruction, but I also like to engage with the story.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably that's the big draw. There's nothing wrong with being a combat oriented player character. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
But when you don't engage with the story in lieu of
and murder fighting, your way through everything.
Yeah, like in lieu of if instead of engaging with the story, you just sow violence, like that's not going to help anybody. That's not going to help your party in the long run. That's not going to help you do anything outside of like you're the tank in the party and you wreck face, which is fine, but you can be a tank and a meat shield or whatever, but
you got to pick your spots.
If you're not engaging with the story, you're missing out on 95% of the game. I mean, combat takes the most time, but
it was certainly the basis of D&D back in the day, but it's gone so much, it's come so far.
For sure. Yeah. It's a role-playing game and it's not a hack and slash, just destroy everything game. I mean, you could certainly make a combat for that, but I've always thought that murder hobo, like there's a place for murder hoboing to make it a verb, but like, because there's sometimes where you just got to go in and you got to like kill all the bad guys, kill these goblins or these, I don't know, these gnolls or these, whatever they are destroying this village and not a single one of them can live, that there's certainly times for that. And I think that's the difference between but that serves the story, right? You got to go get rid of this dragon because it's whatever, it's got something from the town or the thing that it's got, it's been destroying this village and, you have to go just take care of the dragon so you can get the next piece of the puzzle or the next piece of information, or then the king owes you a favor for getting, so that drives the story forward. But to just walk into a place and be like, anything going on here? Nope. All right, let's kill everybody. That's murder hobo. That's what the murder hobo.
We're just gonna walk into a tavern and wipe it out.
They have no roots and only violence. Just nothing going on in the story or up here, and so they just
typical barbarian. But barbarian.
And I sort of meant what I said.
What's that?
Hey, barbarians are not necessarily murder hobos.
No, they're just stereotyped that way.
That's
but what's funny though is our group, I feel like sometimes we almost go the opposite way. We almost try to talk our way out of almost every situation possible.
Oh yeah, I mean the smooth talker can be just as bad as the murder hobo. You know what I mean? Like the person who always tries to talk their way out of a fight. It is a game about conflict. Conflict cannot exist in a vacuum.
Nope, it cannot.
And you can't be everybody's friend because again, there's got to be a reason that you're an adventuring party, right? There's got to be a reason for you to go on this quest or do the things you're supposed to do. And oftentimes that reason relies on conflict. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You got to have a reason to go fight something. Otherwise, just stay at home and be a baker. But that doesn't make for very exciting role playing.
I don't know. We should.
You know what I mean? So there's got to be
one of our sessions just baking bread and selling it.
The NPC.
The NPCs.
Yeah. Where's the call to action? The hero with 1,000 faces is
just doing manual labor all day.
Like, whew, I feel like you could do that in such a quick montage scene, and then you jump into it, right? You could do a everyday heroes called to act. You could do that. That would easily work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But where you're okay, what is a normal day for you? And then the dragon attacked, and then we have stakes, right?
Grab your pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, your farm was burned to the ground, and
then there's your reason to go kill something.
Yeah, That
Get
dragon
the revenge.
Flies off, and Ellsworth's, over the charred body of his brother, like, no, there's your origin story. And then we got to get this dragon.
Yeah,
that could have been the
it's just
story.
it's making your origin story, basically, is what when you're called to action, when you're called to adventure. No, but I think the one thing that I can think of, like, when we did it, was when we went into the cave with the elven people, and Gord was just learning to talk before fight. But that's when you switched and you were like, fight before talk, man. No, these guys are evil. And I'm like, hold on a second. I just learned that we need to talk to these people first.
Nah, it struck me. I just had a bad feeling about it. Walking into that cave.
And you're like, nope, these guys are evil. Nope, we got to kill them right now.
Well, that guy had disappeared. That dwarf guy had disappeared into that cave, mysteriously. Like, he's never done anything like this.
There's just a funny character beat, because that was like that moment after all of our adventures that Gord was finally learning to not murder Hobo. Basically, don't kill every evil thing just because it's evil. And then it just that situation, you just turned it in and on itself, and you're like, nope, we're gonna kill him. I'm like, wait a second.
But again, I would argue even Gord had there were guidelines. He was killing something because it was evil.
Yes.
He you have your
there was
a murder hobo
for sure.
kills without any
no
discerning factors.
It's just like, hey, you're a person, whack.
Indiscriminately sowing violence like throughout everything in the game. Like, that's full murder hobo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can have again, like, a combat oriented martial class is not a murder hobo.
No,
like, Gord was never a murder hobo.
I think the closest thing was when I smashed the pixie when you guys were trying to get information out of him. All of a sudden,
that is true.
That was probably the closest thing.
Is this evil? He's like, oh yeah, he's totally evil.
I was like, oh okay, smash.
Yeah,
that was a great moment though.
We're like, what did you do? It did make some good moments. I fondly remember our first footsteps into
Into the Fae was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It really was. It's a module written by our good friend Luke Hart of the DM Lair. You can get a great job. Your copy on his website, thedmlair.com, if you really are wanting to.
It's great.
It's really fun. I very much enjoyed playing through it. We definitely put our own spin on it, but I think that's a great,
But that's good DMing and good play and good playing. So.
Yeah, but that's good module writing too. Like, if
leaving it open.
Yeah, if you leave it open enough that you can have your own sort of flavor in it as a DM, like, that's a good module. That's solid. And I'm not getting compensated for saying any of this. No,
watch it for yourself. We got
we like Luke, 30, and we genuinely thought episodes. It was an awesome 36 38
6 8 shoot.
It's 36 because we started.
That sounds right.
Beyond the Feywild started with 37.
You are not wrong, my friend.
Yeah. And we've gotten a few questions about that on the channel and on our videos. Is like, why does it start with 37? It's because
it's an epilogue.
It was the same characters. Yeah, it was like the same characters and the same campaign, and all the stuff that happened previously, which was part of Into the Fae, was still like relevant in this story. So we decided to.
I think that's just a take on modules in general, right? Like, they're all 1 to 5 or 6 to 12 or whatever. So if it's like 6 to 12, usually something before that's going to happen, and then you play through the module, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So
if you're talking about a
good story beat that we just continued on with the story, which is honestly also going to set up Nick's world. So that's where we're headed to right now. If you're playing the home game, and he's setting himself up where he wants the world to be, but we're just playing through it rather than just starting at session 0. Like, hey, this happened, and now you're figuring it out. So there's going to be a little bit more.
A lot of the things
to it.
Yeah, a lot of the things that happen in the timeline of this campaign, which includes Into the Fae and now our sort of secondary story of Beyond the Feywild, some of the events that occur are directly relatable to campaign 2 that's coming out in a couple months. So very, very excited to see where all of that goes. And I think there'll be sort of that world building, like, through line. Nick's just very good at doing that. So
callbacks and stuff like that, and weaving we've already done into the world at large. So It's just gonna be funny because, like, I mean, we're good players, but like our player perspective, we're gonna know what happened, but then our characters won't. So there'll be that kind of fourth wall there. But we do a good job not to like metagame, I guess, is what that would be. But it'll be an interesting dynamic
and that's
at
hard
the table,
for me.
knowing some of these things that have happened, but playing through with new characters, going through what is impending to happen coming up here in a couple episodes.
For sure. Yeah. And again, I don't even know.
We don't even know what's going to happen yet.
Is going to happen, or like what the state of the world is at this point.
Something monstrous. Monstrosity is ambiguous.
Yeah.
Sea anemone.
And let me just, for the record, state that I think a druid could potentially turn into an owlbear. I in my game, druids could do that.
Oh, funny enough, I did just see some meme like that it's a monstrous thing, so you technically can't. I guess what, per the rules?
Yeah, well, that was so the new
D&D
rule of cool, man.
Right?
It's a movie. It's the new Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves trailer came out. If you haven't watched it yet, you should. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it.
But everybody was, of course, rules lawyering and picking it apart. And like, she's obviously a druid, so maybe I was like, maybe she cast polymorph. Maybe she had a scroll of polymorph or a potion of polymorph in her pocket. You didn't see it. Maybe she polymorphed into one and then just dropped concentration on it. You don't know.
Entirely possible.
It
was pretty funny when she was the owlbear. She like leaps and then changes and then lands on the horse. Right?
Yeah,
that was pretty.
It was
awesome.
Cool. I mean, you can't argue that wasn't cool, and you've definitely imagined. I've imagined characters doing shit like that all the time.
Oh, yes. Well, hey, Jastian could still do it, maybe.
And I think I could. I need someone to cast polymorph on me because I cannot cast that spell.
That's fair.
Maybe the hag potion can do that.
Was it? Oh yeah, that already happened. That did already happen when you turned into the emu.
I turned into some random stuff one day just to like. I put my head in the sand or something? You turned into a
penguin, but you told Grognak it was an emu.
I did. Oh man!
That was another callback to Frisky Dingo. So was turning into the penguin. So
Baby
Lamont. So even more of a reason for you guys to watch Frisky Dingo. But that was just such a great a great tidbit. Like mid battle, you're like, I'm gonna be an emu, and Grognak's like, what's an emu?
I turned into a penguin.
Yep, and then you turned into a penguin. So we all thought a penguin was an emu. It was great.
Yeah,
Flightless birds.
I have not used the telepathic
turned into flightless birds
at all, but yeah.
That's how you.
That was the whole reason. It was because we were talking about like I can't turn into something that can fly yet. Because I'm not high enough level druid, but I'm a druid. I got this. So I was just like, it doesn't say anything about flightless birds. So I was like, I'm a bird, but
I think what was funny is like before your turn, you were like, I could just turn into an emu, and then like at your turn, you decided you're like, so
and then I went
turn
penguin.
into a penguin.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was just like, I feel like that's great. A CR1 creature at least. They was probably a CR half.
I feel like it was like a quarter. That's like on rat.
Yeah, it probably would have been like
cat territory. I feel
like 6. It's got 6 hit points or something. A D4 plus 1.
Yes.
So 5.
So 5 hit points. That sounds about right. Penguins can't do much. They can belly slide, move 60 feet or something like that. I don't think penguin has.
That would be cool.
I don't think it has a stat block. We should make one.
I don't think it does. It probably has it would probably have a swim speed. So I don't know technically if I could turn into that either. But mine was there was no water nearby, so
it was baby Lamont. You can do anything.
I love it. That's so funny. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
I did too until we started talking about turning into owl bears.
Has that come out yet? Has that part come out?
That was either last one or even 62. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
because that was with that was with the gate.
The eyeball thing.
The gate with all the demons that came through. The shadow,
right. Yeah,
the shadow monsters keep coming.
The Reapers.
The Reapers. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, cool.
That were made by
Jared.
Jared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you were just like, I'm going to turn into a penguin.
I
don't even know why you did it, but
I had shapes to use up, and I hadn't turned into anything. So I was like, because the last time I turned into something, it was completely useless.
I think you turned into a bear,
and I couldn't move. I couldn't. Yeah, because I couldn't move, and I was like, I am completely useless, and I'm blocking this 10-foot hallway because I'm huge. So
just for 6 seconds, Jesse was like, click. Oh, this didn't work. Yeah. Click.
I was a giant cork. That's what I was. I was just blocking the hallway.
Just roaring at random people that you
and I couldn't jump because I couldn't make it across the thing because there were
that's what it was.
There. Yeah,
the pit was there that I fell into once again
with the mind flayer worms.
Tadpoles. That could have been horrible.
Oh, that could have been very bad. There was one on you. It was gonna go for your brain.
That could have been Gord. Could have been a mind flayer for the rest.
I tried so hard to get it, and I couldn't get it off of you. And then eventually, you were like, "What the hell's this?"
Finally,
it was hilarious.
I made my perception check that I realized it was on me.
I wasn't lying.
That you weren't lying to me.
Right. Yeah. I was like, what?
I just thought I fell into pudding. I fell into a pudding again because that's already happened before. So I'm like, God, not
that did happen. Like our very first adventure that happened to you.
I wonder how that happened.
Our first time in the sewers, level
Gord
1.
was probably being very smart about that situation.
Yeah. I'm sure. It was good. It was good.
Barreling down hallways.
Man, I don't know. Well, if anybody's in the chat and you have any questions about the campaign or D&D in general, DMing, we do have our DM in the chat, I think, still around.
He's still here.
I mean, we don't have Max with us today. He's got some friends and family in town, I think, or he was driving somewhere yesterday. I forget where he was going.
Gotcha.
But,
yeah. So shout out to Max. He's part. Yeah.
Maybe he was going to pick up his folks at the airport or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's taking the week off from live streaming. So we were like, we got this.
We got this.
Nick, I think is at work. I'm at work too, but I'm on a little bit of a break here.
But we did figure out the audio eventually. Next thing,
we got it. Just don't got it done.
Just don't throw a virtual camera. Just don't turn that on, Tony, and we'll be good to go.
Because then it couldn't turn off. Was sort of what I was gathering.
Which is crazy. It couldn't turn off fully. It was weird. I don't know exactly.
Very, very strange.
Very strange. Very strange indeed.
Okay.
But yeah, what else we got?
Well, I mean, it's July right now, so we've got a few months before LairCon, but we are
that's right.
going to LairCon. If anyone is going to be out Pensacola way in Florida, it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th of October in Pensacola, Florida, and LairCon, hosted by, again, our good friend Luke Hart at the DM Lair. We're going. Nick and I are running some games.
Yep.
If you want to play in a game with me and Nick, or Nick, you can sign up for those. I'm also hosting a mini painting workshop.
That'll be cool.
On the first day, Friday, and I think it's limited to 10 people because you get a little mini painting kit and a miniature, and we're gonna paint one up fast. In 2 hours. You're gonna have a large mini of some kind.
Cool.
It'll be super cool.
That's gonna be awesome. No, it's cool that Luke. I mean, I think they learned a lot from the last one. They leveled up. Sounds like they've leveled up pretty hard. And
I think there's a lot more
panels and all kinds of good stuff going on. So it's
for sure.
Be a good time.
I'm not sure if we're gonna be on the panels or not. I signed up for a couple, but I'm not sure what the final list is.
Yeah, I think you and Nick might be on a couple. I'm just gonna be there hanging out.
It's gonna be great.
There's doing all the things, but I think we're gonna play with Ed
signing up. I think we should do. Yeah, I think so. He said he was going to maybe run a game for us. It might be an after hours thing, but I don't know. We'll see.
True.
We'll see what he wants to play. Be like, hey, you got a slot? Let's do it.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. It should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of really awesome panels on combat, making combats and being in combats. There's another one on world building. That was such a popular one. They brought it back.
That was a great panel.
So there's a world building panel. I think that's a big thing for people.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think comes pretty naturally to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we need to focus more on that. I don't know.
World building.
Nick sort of got a series he's been working on for some videos.
True.
It sort of deals with a lot of world building and at least ideas,
inspiration, and where you get it from.
Yeah,
how you put that into your world. So
very cool. I hope I think we'll do some work in this next few months for sure.
It's still percolating.
We'll see.
It's still,
he's got a second
forming.
campaign to plan, so it's got a lot.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's still
an
forming.
idea.
It's still a forming idea, but I think it's going to come out at some point for sure. Yeah, we got to start thinking about finalizing our characters for the next campaign.
Yeah, I think I've got mine pretty much set. I'm still going to stick with
Quain.
Quinoa is his full name.
Quinoa.
Yeah. No, he's.
I think I'm gonna stick with Minomorlin, but I think I'm gonna tweak a couple things.
Cool, man.
But I liked his idea, so I just didn't like him as a drow, so I think I'm gonna switch that.
Cool.
Yeah, but
it's gonna be like a half elf or an elf, or are you thinking like human or halfling? Gnome?
Ooh. I was thinking gnome or halfling. We've already did the halfling though. Like Max has been the halfling, and the halfling reroll ones has been freaking awesome, which is great. And I am leaning that way, but maybe a gnome. Gnome might be kind of cool.
Yeah,
something different. Tiefling.
Gnomes make good bards.
Should I just be a tiefling bard?
Tiefling bards are cool.
I mean, horns.
Again, well, if we play with the original PHB rules, for race, or if we go with Tasha's, then it's sort of, that's up to Nick, because then you can do custom lineage, and you basically get to pick. Like you get to pick what you want to do.
Yeah.
But like gnomes get a bonus to charisma,
and
tieflings get a bonus to charisma, and there's several races that get a bonus to charisma, and then there's so that's sort of factored into like what you wanted to do. And if you're going to be a bard, you need a high charisma.
You are not wrong, good sir.
That was the thing about that party, was everybody had a high charisma except me, and I was the face of the party. You guys were like, yeah, no, Kane is, but I'm like, I was very bad. I think your not very like good
4,
looking.
6.
It was a 4. It was a 4.
What is that,
I think we're gonna re-roll.
Is that stats? -3 to rolls?
Yeah.
That's
-3.
Woof.
To charisma.
That is no no Jastian.
Yeah, definitely not Jastian. 20 charisma. This is a 4. I literally had a 5th of his charisma.
Oh my god, that was
so it was pretty bad. 20%.
All of our testing phases, we did a couple adventures with that. It was just it was fun.
Yeah, I'm curious how Nick's gonna have us. Maybe we'll re-roll stats a little, just because we're gonna.
I think we're gonna
try to do
and kind of
because
we tried to do it with Into the Fae, but audio video didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to. So
we were level 0 YouTubers. We were like civilians.
Didn't quite work out the way we wanted to.
Yeah, no, we were NPCs at best.
That was a great. I mean, that was a good origin story. So we'll try to figure that one.
It was fun. We talked about that on a live stream. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We sort of like summarized what happened.
We've mentioned a few things.
I think.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about it. There was this whole thing with a statue, and there was a shadow, and I got my warlock powers.
I think I got blind, and I'm just like swinging my hammer and in the park, and Ellensworth's like doing a deal, and he's like, "What are all these people? What's all this noise and ruckus going on?"
He was selling drugs or something.
You were at a homeowners association meeting.
Yeah. I was all the crap my dad was making me do to keep me busy and out of trouble, and I was like, "Oh, fine, I'll go."
And they're like, "Ooh, something interesting's happening in the courtyard. Let's go check it out."
And I had this impulse to like reach out and try to do Eldritch Blast, apparently. Then I met Robin Goodfellow, and he was like, "Hey, it's time." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Sure." Eldritch Blast. It was great. Super cool.
Like, oh, this is what magic feels like.
Yeah. I was like, I like it. And then, that's how we all sort of palled around for a while. And then we were like, oh, there's weird stuff. People are disappearing in the sewers. And that dude lost his painting, and they posted a notice about it.
So let's go.
And that was when we met Hakio Yakushi, or whatever his name was. Mikio Yakushi.
Yep. The Yakuza. The Yakuza.
The yakuza. Yeah, that's how we got involved with the yakuza, and then the rest is history.
It is, and we're barreling down to the end.
Yeah, so, which is pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. 64 episodes, man. It's been a great journey so far, and it's only going to get better from here.
Hope to continue it. Yeah, we're closing in on level 3 YouTube, which is pretty exciting.
I'm so excited. It's crazy. The jump from 3 to 4, I forgot, was so humongous.
Oh yeah, like once, yeah, we got to hit like twice.
27, 3 times. It's 3 times.
Yeah, almost nearly 3 times. No, it is 3 times the amount.
After the 4th level, I think it gets to like 1.2 times every single time. Like it doubles ish every single time. But that first 4 levels, it's triple every single time. Yeah.
Well, I mean, getting to the third level is where you start to learn your character, right? Like that's like where you get your subclass.
Yep.
You get your path if you're a barbarian or any of those. Like that third level jump is a pretty big one for a character mechanically. So I think it's good that you sort of stay in that zone for a minute, because
and I think we're certainly making that jump. I think we've kind of settled into where we fit in, and it's been good. Sketches are good, gameplay's good. We're just going to keep doing our thing.
Yeah. I was thinking we need to up our I'm going to do some more. I want to do some more shorts. I want to do some like different things. Maybe get back on the Instagrams and try to do some more content that way. But
well, we have a Discord too, and we're trying to figure out. There's a couple things that I want to do for Discord that could be a lot of fun. So
Tony's going to show us a whole bunch of Discord stuff in the next couple. Maybe
one of
the
these
next
streams.
year.
I think one of these streams we're going to do it. We're going to do
once we. I do like that idea. Show people the Discord and how
my dungeon idea will work. I think it's kind of a cool community idea, so we'll see how it works out. But
let's see, sort of a play by post sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or that's happening live, I guess. It's sort of cool.
Yeah.
I think it'll be cool. It'll be kind of fun. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't joined our Discord, you can check it out.
Yeah. And any questions and stuff about anything that we're doing, you can certainly go on there.
Yeah.
We have a community.
You can also tell us about your character. Yeah. You can reach out to us on the community tab on the YouTube channel as well. Which is exciting.
Drop your character
which is
story.
Wild. Yeah. You can tell us all about your favorite characters on the Discord, and I think there's links on the YouTube page and the Discord and on our website.
To all of the things.
No, not on the website. We haven't done the website yet. We have one.
It's a landing page, and it has all the links that are prominent, but that's also probably level 3 in the next year. We'll probably revamp that to be something.
For sure. I feel like a website is like a level 5 thing. I don't know. We need to get a little bit bigger.
Maybe level 4. Maybe that's a level 4 idea.
We're on that good path.
That is a big stretch, 900 to 2700. So maybe that's a level 4 rollout.
There's a lot of.
That'll be our ability. That'll be our ability score increase. Or a feat. We'll take a feat in websites. I like it.
Feat. The website feat at 4th level.
Well, I don't know, man.
Web developer.
We've attempted for an hour, but we've only been on for about 40 minutes. But I know you're busy. So
time wise, we've been on here for an hour. I hope maybe we'll just delete that one.
I think we will.
First try,
because it was not good, and I cannot figure it out. But we figured it out. We restarted, and a couple of you guys showed up. So thank you.
Yes.
And we'll have So please tune in to next week 64. If you're keeping up with Beyond the Fae, you are not going to want to miss this one. Ben is listening. Of course he's listening.
That's the one reason I don't want to get rid of that other one, is because I was playing with my title.
That's
cards.
Also true. We'll figure it out.
And it might not make it the final. It might not make it. Sorry.
It might not make it. Or we could be all right.
We'll just remove
maybe
the
we
audio.
Can keep it, but we'll just make it not public for now, and maybe we can put it back up later or something for.
Yeah, we'll see. Not a big deal.
But yeah, 64. Episode 64 is barreling down, and it's a good one, so don't miss it.
That comes out
next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yes. And then we'll be back in August then. August 1st stream. We'll be back for the
Heck
stream.
Yeah.
And we'll get to talk about episode 64 because it's a doozy. So
a lot happens. It sort of definitely sets for the end game. Like
indeed. So we'll have a lot to talk about in the next one, and then we'll be barreling towards the end. So stay tuned for how it all shakes out. But thanks for being with us this early afternoon, Ben. Thanks for tuning in too.
Oh man,
hanging out with me.
This is so much fun.
It's been great.
I loved it.
After the audio technical difficulties, we figured it out. But yeah.
For sure. Hey, make sure you check out, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe give us a subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. If you haven't been in the chat or you're catching it on the replay, check out the gameplay. As Tony said, we've also got a bunch of cool videos on D&D and life, D&D ideas. We have new content coming out. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything when we do put it out. You'll get a little notification. Hit us up on our community tab, get in touch. Check out, we try to do some posts in there, let you know what's happening, what's coming up. But we're PeakD&D, so we'll see you next time, friends.
Adios.